Well, today I'll talk about We Have Always Lived in the Castle. It is a book that tells a story about a family, a rich family, Blackwoods family, that 6 years before this book started, it was poisoned, and only Mary Cat, that is the protagonist of this book, her sister Constance, and her uncle Julian stayed alive. Constance because she doesn't eat sugar. The poison wasn't the sugar, and Uncle Julian because he didn't digest it enough to die, but he stayed in the wheelchair. So, well, the book is not a horror story or haunted house story. It's more about psycho problems. But what I want to emphasize here it is not only Mary Cat psycho problems. It is also the neighborhood psycho problems, because every time that they see the family, someone from the family, they want to curse them. They want to say bad things. They want to make them down. And why they do this every time? They don't see that they need help. They they need to understand why they are in the isolation from everybody. Why they don't want to make friends. So, um, well, Mary Cat grows up with this in mind. People are bad. People are monsters. Outside of the house, it is a bad thing. She cannot go outside because there's a lot of bad things there. And her dad put signs outside of the house saying that stay away, don't entry, and this stuff. And, well, her psycho problems is because of this. Her family taught her to have to be afraid of the people. So, uh, Mary Cat, it is 18 years old now when the book started to be told. She's living with her sister Constance, with her uncle Julian, and the fact that she poisoned the family, it is her family oppressed her all the time because she had these problems, and Constance was the only one that was patient with her, that was taking care of her. So that's why she poisoned the sugar, because Constance was the only one that doesn't eat sugar. So the sugar was the one thing for sure that she knows that Constance does not eat. So um, she was planning to live only with Constance because it was the only person that she feels comfortable. That there was only the only person that she knows that treat her well. So after this time, she was trying to protect Constance all the time, to protect Constance from the people, from her cousin Charles, and about her rituals. Her rituals was to protect Constance all the time. So she needs to do rituals all the time that she leaves the house, and she tries to do this with faith. Who taught her well, because her faith works. All the time she does the rituals works. And one day that she didn't do the rituals was the day that her cousin Charles comes to the house and everything goes down. Everything. And she knows that it was a bad thing because she didn't do the ritual. She had faith with the ritual. Um, and Charlie was Charles was one example from that time, from 60s, from 70s, that Shirley Jackson was trying to show how upset was men's, how oppressed men can do with a family, because in that time the women's didn't have their space in the world yet. Today is better, but in that time, women was fighting to have their space. So we can't blame Mary Cat for everything, because she grows up with this in mind. So she was trying to protect her, to protect Constance. She thought that her family was the bad guys too, because they didn't have patience with her, with this psycho thing. So these people could take care of this family. These people could worry about what was happening, not blame her all the time, not cursing her all the time. So these are my theses, and this is what I will talk about in my final paper.